Alright, and hello everyone, it is me, JBurns, and in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make this charm right here. This charm, hopefully, is my own original design, and it is being called the JBurns Blossom Charm. Yeah, I really couldn't come up with a creative name for this. But anyway, I'm going to be showing you how to make this. It's really simple to make, and you can make it on just a hook. So, to make this charm, you will need a hook, just one hook. The second hook is actually optional, I'll explain that in a second. You'll just need a hook, but you will also need to know how to make a fishtail on a hook. So, you'll need to know how to make a fishtail. And if you do not know, there will be a link in the description to a tutorial where I show you how to make a fishtail on your hook. And yeah, but don't go to that yet. I'll tell you when you can go there. I have to tell you a couple other things. So you'll need a hook to make the charm. This second hook here is optional. You will need to make several of these fishtails. You'll need to make more than one. So you might want a second hook to put all those fishtails on when you're making them. So that's what the second hook is for. You will not need any clips because this is a clipless design. As you can see, there are no clips, and we just have this little rubber band here as a slip knot that closes this thing off. Alright. You will also need rubber bands. There are two groups. I'll explain what they are. The A group, the A rubber bands, are going to be your petals, so the turquoise and the jelly purple in this example. A rubber bands. The B rubber bands are going to be the center of your flower, and they're going to be what attach all of the petals together. And this also includes this little slipknot rubber band that will finish off your charm. Alright. So, for the number of rubber bands you'll need, it's down in the description. Everybody will need the same number of rubber bands, and yeah. So, go ahead, use the pause button if you need to get your supplies, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Alright, rubber bands are rolling around. Alright, so to start, you're going to need to make 5 fishtails for each of the petals. So you're going to need just your hook and your A color rubber bands to start, and you're going to need to make 5 fishtails with your A color rubber bands, and I'm using 2 different colors for the A group. And these fishtails will be 17 rubber bands. We'll need 17 rubber bands in total. So each fishtail, so each petal is going to use 17 rubber bands, and that is including the cap band that you start the bracelet with. So, I'm not going to be explaining how you make a fishtail on your hook. That is what that tutorial is for, but I am going to kind of show you. So I won't be explaining, but I will show you. And you'll need to make 5 of these. So you'll need 17 A color rubber bands for each petal. So I'll make sure I have that. Alright. Yep, I have 17. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So just make 5 fishtails that are 17, or that use 17 rubber bands on your hook. Alright, almost finished. Alright. Alright, so that was just to get your attention just in case. But anyway, once you have your fishtail, you're actually going to need this. So the 17th rubber band, the very last rubber band that you need, instead of adding it normally, just slide all of those rubber bands that are already on your hook onto that new and your last rubber band for that petal. And then if you need to, you can do some adjusting, like down here at the bottom. Alright, so once you have made your fishtail for one of your petals, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get your second hook, or maybe even something that you can just put rubber bands on just so you can hold everything. So kind of like, this is like your holding hook. You just take this fishtail that you just made and take this last rubber band that's still here on your hook, it's this one here, and slide the other hook or whatever you're using through it, and then take the rubber bands off of the hook you're using to make your fishtails. And then this will hold all 5 of your fishtails, and whatever fishtails this hook is gonna hold all the fishtails that you've already made while you make more. So you're gonna need to make 5 of these. I already have the other 4 made. So go ahead and make your 5 fishtails. Use the pause button. They all use 17 rubber bands. And yeah. So now I'm going to show you what you need to do to actually finish off your charm. So connect all the petals together, which are all your fishtails. And yeah. So to do this, you're going to need all of your B color rubber bands now. I'm using this gold here. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with a fishtail. So you're going to take one of your fishtails off of that hook and put it on this hook that you're making your flower on. And what you're going to do is, so you have these 2 little sides of this rubber band here. You're going to take one of those off, but make sure nothing like comes off of there. So I'm going to hold it on your finger. So now you just have this one little side here. You're going to take the cap band, which is the circular rubber band on the other end of the fishtail, and put it on your hook, just like so. And then put the other end of the rubber band that you're holding with your finger onto your hook. And now you should have this little petal shape. And now we're going to go ahead and get started. So all of our B color rubber bands that we're going to be adding to our flower are doubled, so that means you're going to be adding 2 B color rubber bands at a time instead of just having 1. So you're going to take 2 B color rubber bands, put them on your hook like so, and slide these A color rubber bands that are your petals here, or that is your petal, you're going to slide those all onto this B color rubber band, or these 2 B color rubber bands. And once they're all on, you're going to put the other end of these B color rubber bands onto your hook, just like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get the next petal, so this end here, and you're going to want to put this on after this step. So before you put this next petal on, what you're going to need to do is take this side of the two B color rubber bands. So, goodness, my voice. Okay. You're going to take this side of these two B color rubber bands that's closest to your hook, the actual part of your hook, so this end here. You're going to take those off the same way you did with the petal there. You're going to want to hold them. Then you're going to want to put your petal on there, so your A color bands. Then you're going to still want to take that cap band and put it on there, so you'll need to take this side of this A color rubber band, the same side as the two B color bands. So this side here, you want to take that off. I'm going to hold that as well. Then you're going to want to take your cap band on the other end of your bracelet, or on the other end of your fishtail, put it on your hook, just like that. And then put all of these rubber bands that you're holding back on your hook. Very quickly, so you don't cut off your circulation or anything. Alright. There you go. Once you've done that, you're going to get two more B color rubber bands, put them both on your hook, and slide everything that's already on your hook onto these two new rubber bands. Alright, now we're going to want to do the same thing again. We're going to take this side of these two B color rubber bands on our hook, that is closest to this end of our hook. We're going to take them off and hold them. Then we're going to get our next petal. This should be our third one. Put it on our hook. Gosh, this really hurts. Okay. Then, once those two little rubber bands there are on your hook, you're going to take this side of this A color rubber band that's here on your hook now. Take that side here, so this side here, take it off, put it on your finger with the other rubber bands, which are those B color bands. Then you're going to want to take your cap band, put it on your hook as well, and then put these rubber bands that are on your finger and are probably cutting off your circulation onto your hook as well. Yeah, I probably want to do this really quickly. Yeah, stretch my finger. Or anyway, once you have this on your hook, those this petal here, and those B color bands, you're going to get two more B color rubber bands, put them on your hook like so, and slide everything that's on your hook onto these two B color rubber bands. There we go. And now, oh, what is happening? There we go, put the other end there. And now, we just have two more petals we need to add. So, we're going to do the same thing again. You're going to want to take this side of these two B color rubber bands off of your hook. Put it on your finger. Then you want to quickly get another petal off of that other hook, your holding hook, or whatever you have, and just put those two bands, or those two little loops there, onto your hook as well. Then you're going to want to take this side of that A color rubber band that you just put on your hook. You're going to take that side off, put it on your finger as well, and then you're going to take your cap band, put it on your hook, and then put these two, or all of these rubber bands on your finger here, onto your hook. Make sure you keep them in order. Alright. Now what you're going to want to do is take two B color rubber bands, two more, and slide everything that's on your hook onto these two new rubber bands. And then put the other end of these two new bee color rubber bands onto your hook as well, like that. And now we just have to add one more petal. And it looks like one of my rubber bands rolled away, so I'm going to need to get another one real quick. There we go. So now what we need to do is we need to add this last petal. It's the exact same process. Take this side of those bee color rubber bands off your hook, put them on your finger, and then you want to do the rest of this really quickly. You're going to take this last fishtail that you're making for your petal. It's going to be your petal, put it on your hook. And take this side of that A color rubber band you just put on your hook. You take that off, put it on your finger as well. Then take the cap band on the other end of the fishtail, that circular rubber band, put that on your hook, and then everything that's sitting on your finger right now is going to get put onto your hook. Or put back on your hook, actually. And finally, your finger can breathe. Yay! Alright, anyway, once you have all that on your hook, now you're going to get two more bee color rubber bands. You're going to put them on your hook, and then just like that. And then slide everything that's on your hook onto these two new bee color rubber bands. Alright, so now what we're going to do is... Okay, so I didn't need that rubber band there. Okay, and never mind. Alright, so now what we're going to do is this first little loop here in this little chain of bee color bands that's on this first petal we added, what we're going to do is we're going to take these two bee color rubber bands here, that same side of the bee color rubber bands we've always grabbed, and we're just going to take that off there. You don't have to put it on your finger. What you're going to do is take your hook, and this part is really tricky, so I might use my other finger here. Alright, so what you're going to do here is take your hook and just put it going through those two bands there from the very first loop. Okay? Then, alright, so once it's through, it's kind of hard to show. Alright, so once that's through, you're going to put the other end of these two bee color bands onto your hook. And now we're going to need our very last bee color rubber band. So, yeah, I did need that. Don't know where that other one went. Anyway, you're going to take your very last bee color rubber band, put it on your hook, and slide it through all of these bands that are on our hook now. There we go. It's kind of hard to show you, but just like that. And then, what you're going to want to do is put the other end of this bee color rubber band we just added onto our hook. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a slip knot. And to do that, you're going to take this side of the bee color rubber band you just added, this side here that is furthest away from the actual hook part of your hook, so this side here, you're going to take that side and pull it off and over the end of your hook, leaving just this little loop here. And now you should be able to kind of pull, you should be able to pull this last little loop here. Just pull on it some, and that should tighten your slip knot. Tighten it as much as you like without breaking the rubber band. And once you think you've tightened it enough, you can just put your hook away now. And then you have this little thing here left from the slip knot. So there are 3 things you can do with this. You can either just leave this thing here, that's one. You can, 2, cut this loop here with some scissors. Just kind of pull on it a little, and then take scissors and just cut. Or you can have the third option, which is what I did with this flower. You can take this rubber band and just pull it going over one of the petals, just like that. And then you could do it a second time. So by second time I mean just taking the rubber band while it's still on the petal and then twisting it and then putting it back on the petal, and that make it a little bit tighter, a little bit smaller, and a little bit less noticeable. But yeah. Okay, go ahead and take that thing off. I'm gonna put it going around the whole flower. Why not? Alright, so there we go. Anyway, that's pretty much it. So whatever you decide to do with that slip knot loop there, that's your choice. Alright, so anyway, once you have dealt with that slip knot band, now you have your JBurns Blossom Charm. So now it's time for the outro. So I would like to thank you for watching my tutorial. Hopefully it showed you how to make the JBurns Blossom Charm successfully, and hopefully now you have your charm and you are enjoying it. I think it's really cute and all that stuff. Maybe you want to put it on a headband, or put it on a bracelet, or make it a necklace, whatever you want to do with it. But yeah, if you like this charm, what you can do is I will have another tutorial for the Mega JBurns Blossom Charm. It's basically the same thing, but it's bigger. And yeah, I'll have a link to the tutorial for this once I have the tutorial for it up, because I don't have it up at the time of recording this. But yeah, if you would like to make this, there'll be a link to this tutorial in the description whenever I upload it. But yeah, so anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say for this tutorial, other than thanks for watching, and bye!